all day, no AC in the car. And we had a work meeting at noon. So by the time I got in the car, a black SUV at about 1:30 or 1 o'clock, I would say, sweltering in there. I don't know what happened. Normally, so
like
I have
Swedish sauna.
Well, so my car is kind of temperamental. The AC has been temperamental for the past year. But one thing I've learned about it is if it's not like getting close to empty on fuel, it's fine. And then when it gets close to empty on fuel, it starts to kind of fuck up. Something's wrong.
Because you had me tap on the glove box one time.
And it comes on, right?
Yeah.
Well, so we
How's that got to do with the fuel system?
We just gassed up the other day, and it hasn't worked for 2 days, and I'm driving after the work meeting to home, and then I'm leaving home to come here, and I literally have just had swamp ass and back sweat all day.
Have you done the recent update?
I haven't done the recent.
Do the recent
Tell me about
update.
it, guys. They call us the Breeze. Well, hey guys, welcome to another edition of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 91. Ever growing closer to that 100th episode. And speaking of ever growing closer, Dad is ever growing closer to Ryan in celebrity birthdays. Hot 7-point deficit. And yeah, so lots going on here in the Tiger Cage. But guys, real quick, make sure you guys go to YouTube. We just posted another video. Like, they're just falling out of us as we walk around anymore. And
somebody's shaking the video tree, and a lot of them are falling out.
I just want to illustrate real quick, because I was thinking about this the other day. You know, not that it really matters, but...
It's like a cat knocking decorations
we're done with
off
the tree,
Christmas
Dad.
tree.
Yeah, we're past the tree. We're past the tree. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I didn't sandbag any of these videos. I've just been working tirelessly every day on something new. It's not like I just all right, I'll dump them every 5 days. But anyway, guys, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to Tiger Cage Media. We just posted the shed build video on Sunday of me and Dad building the shed, and so that's up there, the time-lapse video of that. Today we just posted the Breeze Kitchen Corner first installment, where I teach you guys how to make Toronto is ugly dip.
It's awesome.
It's very fun.
Well, it's a good dip too, and so make sure you watch that video. That's out now. Just go to just subscribe, Tiger Cage Media on YouTube, and then of course make sure you listen to the podcast every Monday. If you're out there watching live, make sure you tell your friends. They don't have to watch live; they can just get it every Monday wherever you get your podcast drip. So, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, got a lot going on. Always got a lot going on. Ryan's going to do another installment of Tune In, Tune Out, and I'm very concerned about this one because
what?
I tasked you with the task of Foo Fighters, and then you started naming, like, you were hard stuck on an album that I don't know at all. And then you're like, I didn't really do any, like, and I'm thinking, I know the first 3 or 4 albums.
This is how I psych them out.
This is how I know the first 3 or 4 albums.
You got to get the media going.
So we're doing Foo Fighters tonight on Tune In, Tune Out. I consider myself a pretty good Foo Fighters fan, so I think I'll have a lot of these answers. But if Ryan just picks from albums that I don't know, and they have so many albums, I'm just not going to know it, and this is going to bomb. So we'll see.
Your Honor.
Your Honor?
If it pleases the court.
If it does so please the court, yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I could ever make my brother happy. I don't think I could ever do anything that will make him satisfied.
It's true.
And if I can add
to that
case comment,
holds no water.
I know.
Anyways,
well,
he is a
downhill.
hard one to satsify. He is a good citizen of the community and is doing a very nice show. But you know, my lawyer from what's your name? I forget again, from Louisiana.
What the fuck are we doing right now, guys? This is episode 91. We're gonna get to it.
He went
the real episode. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun because it is 420. Let's be real. So
yeah,
we did smoke a little something earlier, and it got us a little loosey goosey. And like I said, we were reviewing that kitchen video and making sure we were good to go. So go out there and watch that.
That's funny.
For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. So tell your friends. And we're just gonna have a lot of fucking fun tonight. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun.
I just can't wait for Puck Drop.
Yeah, Puck Drop is at 7 o'clock tonight. Speaking of that, we are sitting in the middle of the beginning of the NHL playoffs, guys. I'm so excited. Definitely excited. We are playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, like I said before in the last podcast. And that's why that video is important to go watch, because I do a little shit talking against Toronto, a little bit. But it's a good snack to have while you're watching the playoffs. You know, playoffs, you want to have some good snacks around. You want to have chicken wings. You want to make sure you get some sort of dip. There's always dip. Some sort of dip. Now, and this is a good, you can have your creamy dip, maybe get a buffalo chicken dip going on.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Or like the Velveeta cheese with some sausage, like Adam makes.
That's just as good.
And then you get like more of like the chunky, like more vegetable type dip where you want the ugly dip, and that's where you want that recipe from our YouTube channel.
But I will tell you right now that ugly dip, it has a overwhelming vinegar flavor to it, but you cannot stop eating it.
No. Well, it's a sweet vinegar type thing, kind of like a barbecue sauce. And vinegar.
I kept trying to get the juice out of it and just rake it up the side. And
yeah, I had some dinner
you
that
eat 50
night
before you know it,
and I almost threw up. I was stuffed to the edges, and
you don't want to eat dinner.
I get home and Danielle's like, "We're gonna have some dinner," and I was like, "We're gonna have some dinner," but man, got to keep it light.
Well, yeah. So even playoffs, you're watching playoffs. You want the ugly dip because it's going to help a lot.
It's awesome.
It's
really good. It's hard.
So we are in the middle of playoffs. We play our second game tonight in round one. Still in Toronto. Toronto had home ice advantage. Not gonna lie, guys. Rough game for game one. For Toronto, we whipped their asses 7-3. Everyone was favoring the Leafs. Everyone was saying this is going to be their year.
Well, we put a shut to that down real quick.
You're still on meth, Cheryl.
Yeah, come on.
What was the final score?
7-3.
And
I will tell you, as far as all game ones went, that was the biggest spread in a score. And
we playing here? And we had
there. Like I said, they get home ice advantage, so we play the first two games there. But
beat them right off the bat.
Beat them right off 7-3.
That's an ass spanking.
Well, you have to win.
They're probably going into that locker room tonight saying, "God damn it, these guys have fucked up our season for like how many years now?" Right?
Well, we did it last year, round one.
It's like they're a pain in the ass. We got to beat them.
You just can't shake them.
Well, the Leafs always lose in the first round since 2004.
Well,
anytime they've been in.
Yeah, but that's not going to last forever, ever.
Well, that's why everyone was favoring the fucking Leafs this year, because they have been in about second place over us underneath Boston.
Getting better and better.
They're going to come out strong every year tonight, though. That's for damn sure.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be.
Then we go back to 10.
We may get our ass whooped tonight, but I think it could go like one of either way.
All right.
We either get smoked or we come back out and we're like, we're not telling you. We're not messing around. We'll beat you again 7-3.
Turning my lightning hat around.
I think it could go.
Here's what's happening right now. Okay, here's all you need to know about the game.
Different ways. I don't know.
3 different people got out during the second period. Didn't even play second period last game. You had Victor Hedman. You had Eric Chernak because of an elbow to the fucking face. They didn't play
Monday or Tuesday?
No, they
played Tuesday.
Bro, you gotta follow me. I just said they didn't play the second period or beyond.
Oh, but he was asking when did they first play, Monday or Tuesday?
Right. So, no, they played Tuesday. Game one. Victor Hedman went out. Eric Chernak went out. I don't think, maybe Belmar. It might have been. I know Cirelli had a little shakeup, but I might be getting him confused with Belmar. But 3 different guys we lost because of dirty hits or whatever. Either way, and no one knows what happened to Hedman.
Well, yeah, we were. I think we were watching that on the news Wednesday morning or
but
whatever.
Either way,
we
Chris
was like, they need to get fined.
The point is,
it's getting gnarly.
The point is, the second to last game of regular season, there was like 6 or 7 fights between us and the Leafs. Now we're in the middle of a 7-game series. And we're only on game 1. There was a little bit of static between some players, but there was no good fights or anything, and they're trying to play it cool. But
Game 5
Chernak started it when he shoulder checked Bunting so hard that Bunting fell to the ice after the whistle, and he got a penalty for it. I think he got a 4-minute, probably something like that.
Like a double minor?
Or two? Minor? No, he got 2 for interference, I think. And but then Bunting later on goes out and throws an elbow, a dirty hit elbow into Chernak's face.
Which I think I saw
directly into Chernak's face.
Busted his ass on it.
Yeah. And
he retaliated?
I think that's the first one I saw.
And he got a 5-minute major, which we scored in. And then we got another power play.
That should be a game
So we were
penalty,
a 5-on-3 for a while. He got a 5-minute major, and he's suspended for these next 3 games.
I was about to say there should be
because that could be the rest of the series.
That could be the rest of the series.
Well, they're not, dude. I mean, they're not fucking around with this stuff anymore because last night there was I think Boston game, and they. And
it's not like that's
the
biased.
Commentators, they're like,
it's not like that's biased. It's not like it was on our home ice. It was literally in Toronto. And that's
exactly.
If you guys don't know, basically Toronto and Montreal are the hockey capitals of the world.
That's where they go to.
Well, Montreal makes the cup, and all the video booth reviews go directly to Toronto. So like that, those are like the godfathers of. But yeah, you were saying.
I was saying like last night, the commentators they're even more so talking and bringing
Tuesday
up
night, you mean, or last night? Just in
last night
for Boston game,
at
the
a Boston game.
Yeah,
and it was Eric Stahl, which I think it's Boston.
Right. No, that was a Boston game.
Yeah. Eric Stahl got elbowed, and like I get Eric Stahl that is a legend in and of itself, so the commentators are going to be privy to him. But the commentators they're starting to like talk now. They're like, oh, that should be suspension. That's like, yeah, suspension now is the buzzword, right? Because it's getting a little chitty.
The amount of disapproval and I listen to Boston games and I watch Boston games on TV and I watch other teams' games on TV. So you get a perspective of everyone's, TV personalities, not everyone's, but I've heard more than our TV personalities and more than our radio personalities through way of radio and TV watching and listening to other games. Everyone in that line of work has gotten way more salty and revolt against some of these calls, some of the ways the refs play the game. Like normally it's a professional job. You're a radio announcer, you're a TV announcer, you kind of keep these things to yourself. You don't really. I have heard more uproar like Phil Esposito. He don't give a fuck. If you listen to Lightning Radio and during the play, if he's with Dave Mishkin, he's gonna say everything. That ref doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like, he don't care.
Think
he's old
about
school.
it. I mean, I watched a dude ref in a game the other day. He looked like he was our age, probably my age, 30 years old, and he had the orange stripe on, so he was in the middle,
the lead,
calling everything.
It doesn't really matter, in my opinion.
And it's up to them how they ref it, and they're not doing a bad job, I don't think.
Well, because like say in the NFL, you got New York watching everything.
Right.
So I don't know where the
Toronto.
The
NHL, just said it.
Toronto or okay.
Montreal's where they make the cup.
Okay, so
Toronto's where they review the
Toronto
plays.
is New York City, like the NFL. They're watching every game on that's being played, and they're videoing. So
no, that's how it works.
Which jeweler makes the Stanley Cup? You know this? The jeweler.
But I mean, you can't put it on the referees because
expensive.
they're being.
I don't know jewelers, man.
It's a girl's name.
Olivia.
What's a expensive jewelry girl's name?
Juliana.
Claire's?
No, not Claire's, but not as
I don't fucking know jewelry.
Tiffany makes the Stanley Cup. Did you know that?
That's awesome. You should have said the thing with the key, the key necklace. I would have gotten that. But yeah, so quick, very quick. NHL playoffs update, guys. Here we go, guys. Hey guys, welcome, guys. They call us the Breeze, episode 91. Here, out with a quick interruption from your regular scheduled broadcasting to bring you a little report about the playoffs across the league. So round one obviously was played on Monday night. We didn't play till Tuesday night. That was our round one. So you have basically 8 teams going at it every other day, and that's how they do it. And first night was the Canes, the Bruins, the Wild, and the Kings versus Islanders, Panthers, Stars, and Oilers. So Canes, we hate the Canes, right? They're one of the teams we hate. and they're up in their series 2-0 against the Islanders. Both New York teams are in this year. The Rangers and the Islanders are both in. What's so funny, man? Oh, you're just watching the cat. Yeah, fuck the podcast, man. Fuck the podcast, yeah.
Well, he's up there scratching.
Oh, yeah, where he sits all the time. Yeah.
Great explorations in this place sometimes.
Yeah, the Canes are up 2-0 on the Islanders. They're the only ones that are so far sweeping the series because they have more than one win under their belt. But yeah, like I said, the Rangers are in it too, and the Rangers are actually
usually pretty good.
Yeah, they just won their first game Tuesday night, same night we played against the Devils. So they're up in the series 1-0. Bruins and Panthers. Panthers actually kind of beat the Bruins bad last night. Like, Bruins didn't play that great, and I'm a bigger fan of Linus Ullmark in net than I am Jeremy Swayman. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't know.
Bruins are probably
Linus has higher numbers, but he's played less games, so that could happen. You know what I mean? But even though his first name is Jeremy Swayman's my second choice. Well, Linus in last night against the Panthers definitely missed some Bush League saves, under the glove saves, just shit he should have had. And I think they should probably put in Jeremy Swayman. Plus, Patrice Bergeron is still not active on the team. Will probably not get active through the Panthers series. They expect to beat the Panthers without Patrice Bergeron. So
can you do this in a Boston accent?
Yeah, fucking extra large. But yeah, so
right over
there. Bruins, they're tied with Panthers. The Wild and the Stars, they're tied. They had an overtime. Kings and Oilers, I think, or no, Wild and Stars had the double overtime. Kings and Oilers had the one overtime. But both those series are tied 1-1 right now. And then, like I said, second wave of the kids. It's like lunch A and lunch B. We're on lunch B right now. So lunch B game 2 starts tonight. So now we can get a better idea of what's going on the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, we need more data.
But like I said, Lightning are up 1-0 against the Leafs. Obviously, way to go, boys. Rangers are up 1-0 against the Devils. The Kraken, their second year in the league, stole our Yanni Gourde from us. They're up 1 on the Avalanche, who beat us in the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
That's a very young series right there.
2 years or 3 years.
Well,
I bet the average age is probably fucking 27.
Well, you don't know that because Kraken built their team 2 years ago and they pulled from all over the league. But the Avalanche, we know as of last year, are a young
from young farm versus old.
They probably would, and we know the Avalanche as of last year were pretty young.
Well, they're probably under 30 for sure.
And then Winnipeg Winnipeg Jets they're up 1 on the Vegas Golden Knights. But Vegas Golden Knights, man, since they built their fucking team, they've been in the playoffs every single year. It feels like, right? Every single fucking year, and they built their team 8 years ago, maybe 6 years ago.
Why do you think that is?
Very long ago.
Remy,
well,
why do you think that
Vegas
is?
Money,
huh?
Vegas money, baby.
It's the money, baby.
Vegas money, baby.
We're going to fucking put a fucking NHL team in the fucking desert. They're going to fucking win every goddamn time.
Frankie, you trying to put ice in the desert?
Yeah, we're going to fucking put ice in the desert. We're going to fucking put ice.
You heard of ice capades? We're going to put ice in a fucking desert. We're going to get them out here.
Mickey Mouse come through here. We'll have fucking everybody.
They put it in fucking Florida, for God's sake. Why can't they put it in the desert?
If we only knew the name of that complex, because I don't know the name of that complex.
It's the fucking
ice complex. You know what
I know. Nashville's the Bridgestone Arena. I know Boston's TD Arena or whatever they call it. TD Garden. Yeah, and then we're TD Garden. And then we're Amalie. Well, guys, they call us the Breeze. Wow.
I partied with Amalie.
We're going to take a little break here. We're going to regroup ourselves. We're going to have a cigarette. We're going to get our minds clear. And we'll be right back with some celebrity birthdays. Like I said, Dad is 7 points behind, so this should get interesting. Guys, don't go anywhere. I would ask you two how you're doing, but I'm not going to bother. We'll be right back, guys. Bye.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk right now.
Guys, hey, welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Gotta love him.
Denzel.
Well, we're out here. This is episode 91. We're just taking it. I mean, if you can hear it in our voices, it's obviously 420. we're just kind of hanging out. And not that we smoked weed or anything. We don't smoke weed.
We don't.
But there's a vibe in the air and the atmosphere, and it just
secondhand smoke. We're just secondhand high right now.
You just kind of hang, man. You're just like, we were listening to fucking Sublime earlier.
Well, a lot of
before
hippies
the show.
live around here.
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
And we got the windows open, so.
Yeah, Jungle Terrace and Gulfport. That's where all the hippies go to retire, really. So, but we're out here, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Tiger Cage Media, our YouTube channel. So go out there, subscribe, put on those notifications, ring that little bell. That way you get the update every time we come on live. And all the videos we've been posting. Geez Louise, like I said earlier. But for every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 of you that aren't. And make sure you tell your friends. And if they can't catch us live on Thursdays, make sure they go every Monday wherever you get your podcast drip. So, nice drip, Ryan.
Nice drip.
Yeah, you should probably get that fixed.
Yeah, well, you want to get that looked at for sure. It's not sanitary and it's not healthy. But guys, it's time. It's the second segment. Per usual, time for some celebrity birthdays. Like I said, Dad, he was down only 10. So Dad always rides around like 16 points deficit. He was down 10 points at the beginning of last episode. He is now down 7 points at the beginning of it. So he is.
Yeah.
He's nearing
God forbid
on
I
you,
spill
bro.
a little honey on my legs.
Jeez Louise. God, give me a break. All right, let's do it. Celebrity birthdays. Here we go.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! It's your birthday. Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you here.
All right. Well, first celebrity birthday we have up for you tonight. Intoxicatingly beautiful female. Great on the eyes. And speaking of eyes, beautiful eyes herself.
Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm only looking at her eyes when I look at her. She's got a great big set of eyes.
Sure.
She's one of the youngest.
Pam
right?
Anderson.
She's not Pam Anderson, but she was also on Baywatch. Good job, Ryan. She was also
She's
on
one of the
Baywatch.
youngest Kardashians, right?
Nope.
No?
She was on Baywatch. She wasn't Pam Anderson, but she had like the auburn hair and just super gorgeous. She was in all sorts of
Wow.
stuff. She was in oh God.
So she's the one of the
Son-in-law?
No, it's a very happy birthday goes out to Carmen Electra.
Oh, I thought you said it was a Kardashian.
I did not.
No, I was being
Oh.
funny.
Carmen Electra.
Who's up first?
Oh, wow.
I believe
She's,
Dad's up first on this one, yeah.
She's 54.
54.
She might be 56.
56. Wow. Both of you a little over, being cruel to my Carmen, but she is 51 today, so Dad gets the point. Happy birthday, Carmen.
Wow.
Wows. She's looking good for
That's
51.
current? Is that current?
That's current. I always go with the most current photo I can find.
Carmen.
Great set of eyes. Excellent set of eyes. Okay, next birthday
Great
we have up for you guys.
Perky blue eyes.
Ryan, avert your eyes, you
You're
pervert.
not looking at her eyes.
Here he is. Mr. Sulu. Star Trek.
Oof. The original is the original guy.
Original Star Trek.
Shit.
Asian guy from
That's
the
70s.
from the Star Trek. George Takei. Happy birthday goes out to you.
He's still alive.
70.
Oh shit, no.
Well, let him finish, man.
Is probably the 70s is when he was probably hanging out. He was probably 87 years old.
That's a good guess. Now I got to guess. I should have kept my mouth shut.
That's what I said, man. He was in the 70s.
You said 87, so let's see.
There's no way he's
88.
Fuck, you should have went one lower.
Ah, 86.
86 today. George Takei.
You're welcome, sir.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Although-
like, you haven't had any kind of opportunities in the past to back your shit up.
although he did play Mr. Sulu in Star Trek, you know what my favorite thing he was in? It was in an episode on season 4 out of 5 of the original Twilight Zones from 1962 to 1964, 65, something like that. The original Rod Serling episodes. This episode specifically, and Netflix didn't carry season 4 for a while. When Netflix had Twilight Zone on, they just left out season 4 because there's a couple episodes in season 4. And also, mind you, there are the only, and there's quite a few of them in season 4, hour-long episodes of The Twilight Zone. Which makes no sense. Like, why wouldn't you put that on fucking Netflix? It's the only ones where they went from 22 minutes and they did like 48 minutes, episodes. But there's an episode with Dennis Hopper, and he plays like a Nazi advocate, and he's trying to like resurge the Nazi movement. Well, this episode with George Takei called The Encounter. It came in May 1st of 1964, I want to say. It's called The Encounter. It's called The Encounter. It is in season 4, and what it is George Takei, before Star Trek even, he plays this little Asian mailman, and he walks up the steps into like this attic to deliver the mail for some odd reason to this old racist white guy who was in the Korean War and all this shit, and he starts like kind of like mouthing off to him a little bit like, where you from, boy, and all this stuff, and like, oh, you see this sword I took off a Jap, blah blah blah, and he just like, he's getting into it, and he's like, sir, if you wouldn't mind, I'd just like to deliver. And he's like, no, come on up here, have a beer, we're supposed to be friends now, right? And he has him come up, and he like has a beer with him, and he's like just berating the poor little guy the entire time and just being super racist. And so that literally after that episode aired, it was banned from syndication completely. You know, Twilight Zone's been syndicating obviously since it was out in the they've showed reruns and reruns and reruns. This is the only episode that was completely banned from being rerun until 2004. But I feel like that and the Dennis Hopper episode is why Twilight Zone season 4 was not on Netflix when it was on Netflix. But anyway.
So are you going to buy this car?
Next, that's just a little fun fact for you out there, because that was a big deal. The Encounter. Very good episode. Very tense episode. Go watch it. Next birthday we have up for you.
Damn.
Okay. He's going to lose that arm. And he also plays the father of
George
Marty
McFly.
McFly. He plays George McFly in Back to the Future. Get your damn hands off her. A very happy birthday goes out to Crispin Glover.
I don't know him.
Dude, I recently watched the...
Back to the Future. He played Marty's dad when he goes Back to the Future.
The casting calls for like Biff and Marty and all that. Oh, amazing.
Oh, I heard
this is his term first, right?
No, it's yours.
I heard they had to put him in a wood box to keep him on frame. Anyway, so Crispin Glover.
Marty's dad, huh?
In the original Back to the Future, which was in 1985, by the way.
Let's go 67.
67.
That's a good guess. Yeah, I'm going to say 65.
Ryan's going to get it. He's actually only 59 today. Happy birthday goes out to Crispin Glover. He was in a weird movie called like The Rat King, and he was like, had all these rats in the sewer or something like that, it was called Ben.
Appropriate.
It was called Ben or Benjamin
I think
or
it's
something
appropriate. He looks like a rat guy.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a guy that had reptiles in his house.
All right.
And believe me, I worked at Animal House. I know what these guys look like.
Next birthday we have up for you. All I can say is, whoa. In the 90s, there was a show called Blossom, and her older brother, his name was Joey in the show, after his real name. Actually, he's been in a lot of Joey and Melissa with Melissa Joan Hart. He's always just called Joey. They take the laziest approach to naming him. Happy birthday goes out to Joey Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Whoa. Blossom, back in the early 90s. And he was on the Lawrence brothers, where all three of them were on.
I'm going to say he's like...
Matthew Lawrence and what's the little one's name? I don't remember.
Joey.
No, Joey's the oldest.
You just said that.
And then Matthew was in Miss Doubtfire, and then there's a little one.
Is there Peter Lawrence?
No. But yeah, Joey Lawrence.
I'm sure there is.
He was like in Heartthrob.
Somewhere.
He was in Heartthrob magazines in the 90s.
My go, I think he's 44 years old.
Dad, 44? What do you say?
45.
Man? Dad's going to get it with the 1 over because he's 47 today. Happy birthday, Joey.
Peter Lawrence actually was part of the Rat Pack.
Oh.
You remember that
Sammy
name?
Davis Jr. with the one eye, and all that?
Well, and Sinatra and Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
Blue
Lawrence.
Eyes.
Peter Lawrence was married to somebody. Kennedy. He was married to a Kennedy.
That's the history lesson right there.
Rob Lowe, they're part of the what pack?
Brat Pack.
From
obviously,
that movie way back
from the
when in the hallway
and
of
all
school.
that. So it's the Rat Pack, the Brat
obviously,
Pack.
that was a name.
Emilio Estevez.
Right, here we go. Final birthday. You've seen this guy in millions of movies in very small parts. I can think of a time where he was probably watching The Radar in Austin Powers when they kept going, it looks like a giant dick. Do you want to go over here and do this?
I can't remember that.
As long as we get those balls. And he was probably one of the guys watching the blip on the first one.
The old guy?
He's actually the older brother of a very popular director, actor. He played Opie back in the day. He played Richie Cunningham on Happy Days. He's been a director forever. He does the narration for Arrested Development. But his older brother is the guy that's bald with all the hair around the back and has the big gap
Ron
in between
Howard's
his
brother,
teeth.
I remember.
Yeah, because he's
I remember seeing.
A very happy birthday goes out to my brother, Clint Howard.
Clint Howard is. Yep.
Dad's up.
Okay, let's see. Clint Howard has got.
I believe he's older than Ron.
82
I believe he's older than Ron.
Years old. I bet 82. He was in a lot of shows. Clint Howard.
Yeah,
was.
he's probably 80. 80 years old.
You ready for this?
One of them's got
double
it.
bubble.
Somebody's got
a double bubble.
My name's Richard Cunningham. This is my wife.
He is 84.
Oh,
crap.
All right, but yeah, looking good for. No, he's not 84.
Did you forget your notes?
I think I have 64 written, but there's no way he's 64.
Fuck no. I'm 62.
Unless he just, I don't know.
Where's your phone? Do a Hey Siri.
Oh boy, I'm getting lit.
Hey, Chat GPT.
I'm gonna.
All right, I'm gonna look it up real quick on Google. I've never had to do this before. I've never had to do this.
You always left me satisfied.
So yeah, so when I have all
Like
the
a cafeteria. Put the lights out.
Yeah, when I have all the keys on, Clint Howard is 64 today. Yeah, so you guys were both way over 64.
Yeah, okay.
We said 80.
Is that on
right?
you?
That's birthdays. Yeah, that's on
Did we
me.
each get half a point?
Let's end it.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! It's your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you here.
That's right. There is no birthday party for me here, guys. It is a very special 420 edition of They Call Us the Breeze.
Woo! Smoke them if you got them.
Sheesh. Hope you guys are having a great holiday out there.
Yeah, this is one
You know
where
why it's
just
called
need to
420,
relax.
Dad? Why 420 is a special holiday?
Weed.
That's the cop code for marijuana.
Oh, is it?
Ah.
Well,
I
I knew
also
it had
heard
to
it
do
was
with
Hitler's
weed.
birthday.
It is Hitler's birthday. I
Is it
mean,
really?
we don't do dead people birthdays, but yeah, the first birthday that popped up when I was looking up birthdays today is Hitler. So, for better or worse, I guess you would say.
But no, Elon Musk is kind of notoriously coming into our generation as promoting 420 as some different things. So he said that he was going to take Tesla private for 420.
Really?
He's trolls a lot of people with 420. Today he did the rocket ship for Starlink today on 420, even though it exploded. But yeah, so a lot of people are like, he's very privy to 420 just as a troll. So,
I just got to ask, like, how are you like on, like, today's a normal day. We're out here doing the podcast. We're going to go watch the lightning.
I'm not like
at the
overly
bar.
stoned.
Like,
From the
was there ever a
smoke
time in your youth where like
that I cleared the calendar for it? No.
like
No.
it's and you got together with all your friends and specifically bought a bunch of pot or
Not
made pot brownie?
necessarily.
Like, yeah, like who fucking cares?
I have to keep
It's just like if you
remembering that
smoke
it's
weed every
420.
day, like it doesn't fucking
Well,
matter. Like,
it's
It's
not
a playoff hockey
It's
game,
not something from our generation, your generation.
no, yeah, it's something that came up with probably in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah,
you know,
it was no thing
yeah.
till I
Cop
started
code
hearing
for-
you
yeah.
guys talk about it, and I
Yeah,
was like, "What the
420,
hell is
yeah.
that?"
Yep. Well,
When's
we're
that became a thing?
having a lot of fun out here.
AI.
Absolutely, yeah, AI, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to talk about AI to the extent that we talk about it, but
It's something that needs to be
It keeps
mentioned.
coming up, worth mentioning. 2 more AI stories this week. Dad, you probably saw this on your smart news. That woman in Arizona, Scottsdale, had the fucking the AI scam where these guys called her, said that they had her daughter kidnapped and asked for $1 million ransom, and they used AI to play the daughter's voice. She was like, "Mom, please come help me." She was crying, and the mother was like, I picked up the phone, I started shaking. She was crying the
No, I
way
didn't
was
read
crying
that.
the way she would, and I heard an interview with her, the woman herself talking. I listened to the whole 10-15 minute interview. She's like, I had no idea. It sounded exactly like her. It sounded the way she would cry to me, the way she said "mom," the way she was whining, everything. Like, it was spot on what she would sound like. And the guy was saying,
that's so sick.
I need $1 million, or I'm going to pump her full of drugs and I'm going to go drop her off in Mexico. And then she's like, there's no way I can get $1 million. Guy lowers the ransom immediately to $50,000. There's your first sign right there. Guy lowers the ransom to $50,000.
Oh, yeah, because he's just throwing out just darts at that point.
Well, she's at a dance rehearsal for her other daughter and breaks down, and all the other moms, like, he says, if you call the police, if you call it. So she's freaking out. She's just still on the phone with him. So everyone else starts calling, like, her husband and blah, blah, and realizes the daughter's wherever she is safe and sound. Not anywhere, not nothing. These guys are just using.
Scamming.
And she said in the interview, she said, my daughter's not like a big TikTok influencer. She doesn't have a whole lot of, like, she has Facebook and stuff like that, but she's like, there's nothing on any of her pages because she monitors it to a certain extent, like every parent should. If you have a 15-year-old daughter, that's how old the girl is, 15. You should be monitoring your kids' social media accounts, at least until they're legal adults. But she's like, nothing on here is how they would have gotten those sounds and
if
done
somebody
that stuff.
violated my wife like they did her, and I could ever find out who did it.
All right, Taken.
All right, dude.
Taken. All right,
yeah,
Punisher.
Clint Eastwood.
All right, Punisher. But yeah, so that's happening, and the cops, because it's happening more and more, this same type of scenario, this kidnapping ransom scenario, is happening so much. The police in Scottsdale were like, well, and this was the most unfortunate, but this is the part that blew my fucking mind. They said there's nothing we can do. They didn't actually take any property or take anybody. This is considered on the books a prank phone call, and that's all it is. And they can't.
So this.
So what's going to happen is these sorts of things, and a Canadian couple wired through Bitcoin $21,000 a few months ago to a guy that said he was an attorney and their son was just put into jail for hitting a Canadian diplomat on the road because he was drinking and driving, and the parents just fucking somehow got on Bitcoin and wired this guy $21,000.
Huh. Well, I mean, if you think your son's gonna, you're like, I'm gonna do everything I could probably.
And they heard from him 6 hours later. He was just like, no, I'm just chilling on the couch. I wasn't out driving today, but I didn't do anything. So literally, this shit is happening. And now what we're thinking is there's going to be bots out there.
Well, who do you trust at that point?
Now you don't even need, at a certain point, you don't need somebody puppeteering the thing and doing the bad guy voice on the phone and then playing clips. You can have bots playing coming up with the bad guy voice and the kid voice, and you can just set out millions of bots and attach them to your account and just be like, all right, I'm just going to set and forget these 1,000 bots that are going to make all these robocalls all day and threaten people with their kids' voices.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's only going to multiply, and it's only going to compound faster and faster and faster and faster.
Articles
because
I've been
the
reading,
way that AI is, it'll only compound thousands times over every.
Well, we're going to be replaced.
So check this out. But here sheds a little light. I saw a video the other day. I was telling Jeremy about this. A robot was tasked with grabbing boxes from an assembly line and putting it on a shelf, kind of like very much Amazon worker.
To replace physical human labor, right?
So the AI learned what it was doing and it killed itself. Literally, it figured out that this is all it's doing is putting these boxes to this, and it's
I will tell
learned
you
so much that it realizes that I would rather kill myself than put these boxes on the shelf. And you see the robot like, dude, just shut down.
Are you talking about that clip they showed on Fox News a few weeks ago?
No, this was like
he was
5 days ago, 6 days ago or something.
It begs the question: if an AI bot tried to live out my life on a daily routine, would it try to kill itself?
Yeah,
I just want to watch.
Good question.
I want to watch what it like, because it can do the math quicker than I can.
It's like you have so much more capacity to do something.
Like, I have hopes and dreams and aspirations and positivity on what I can accomplish in the future. That robot's going to figure out real quickly what my end of life story is. And if it decides to kill itself, that'll probably be a pretty good indication on how the rest of my life.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to come to fruition. It's going to rewrite all your Gaslight Edition albums, and it's going to come out with just some mega hit record, and you're going to be
would love that.
Oh my God.
I would love that. I would love a new 2024 Gaslight Edition album written the way.
Yeah, just upload all your Gaslight albums in ChatGPT and just be like, can you make the best hit album?
But you know what I'm looking forward most? We don't have to sit around here and do this show anymore because they did a Joe Rogan episode for 52 minutes and it wasn't even him.
And joke's on
you. With Donald Trump, and they did one with Steve Jobs. Really? AI, it sounded just like him, except they fill in a little too much ums and yahs because it's trying to replicate.
But it's only audio, right?
It's only audio, yes, of course. Okay. But yeah, so we can, hopefully it starts doing shows for the breeze. Guys, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, the fourth installment of Tune In, Tune Out with Ryan tonight. It's the Foo Fighters. We're going to have some fun with that. I'm very scared. I don't know what he picked, and he doesn't know what I know. So we'll see what happens, guys. Don't go anywhere. Ryan, what do you say?
I let ChatGPT do this next segment, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, there you go.
There we go, guys. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
What up, Council? I am JT Park.
Let's get drunk! Yeah! Now we're talking. All right!
Hey, guys. Welcome back to They Call Us a Breeze, episode 91. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live on a Thursday from the Tiger Cage. Live on 420 here, actually. Started the show about 3 o'clock. We're always going to start between 2 and 3, and like I said, you just got to go and subscribe to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube and set the notifications. That way, when we do come on live, you're there, you're in it. If you're stuck at your desk, if you're bored, you got 2 hours left, maybe, of work. 2.5 hours left till 5 o'clock, till that fucking bell rings, and you could
down at the
clock out and ride down the brontosaurus's tail and go grab your, you know what I mean? Yep. But you got your last 2.5 hours. You're like, how the hell am I going to get? I'm falling asleep. I got that 2:30 tired.
Down at the
I don't have a Take 5 right now. I don't have a Red Bull. Just turn us on. Just you got your computer open anyway. You're working at work. You're on your computer. If you are, if you're not, and you're blue collar and you're out there pushing a fucking sledgehammer, then you can
rocks.
Then you can also just pop us in your earbuds. You know, while you're doing all that, and you can put the earbuds underneath the noise protection headgear that you wear. Yep. You know, you can do all that. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. And speaking of listening, we're going to have to listen real careful for this next segment because this is Tune In, Tune Out, guys. Still don't have an intro.
No.
Probably never will get one.
Well, as long as you have two best friends.
Yeah, well, they're both best friends, so that's good with me. Yeah, but, yeah, so you got Tune In, Tune Out. What did we do? The Beatles we started with, and then we did the Beach Boys, and then we did the Eagles, and that went pretty well.
We took it to the limit on that one.
Yeah, we always take it to the limit. And we're going to take it to the limit one more time. But not one more time. We're going to keep... So I wanted to get a little more modern with it for all of you guys out there in listener land. So I told Ryan, I gave him the task of finding us 20 to 30 Foo Fighters tracks, guys. Taylor, I miss you. I love you.
Ooh.
We all miss you. Rest in peace, my friend. But yeah, so Foo Fighters been a big part of my life since I was in middle school. I mean... Love their first 3-4 records. I mean, that's where I learned that I wanted to be a drummer, was just listening to that shit when I was in 3rd or 4th grade or 4th grade, whatever, and just being like, oh, holy hell. I used to sit around the desk. I had pencil cup.
Probably contemplating getting the Foo Fighters tattoo on your neck, just
I
like
did that
everyone else.
Well, actually, I wanted to get that on my calf.
And didn't they have temporary tattoo Foo Fighters for the album?
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Let's get drunk! Yeah! Now we're talking. All right!
None of this matters.
But... Ryan's got a special curated playlist for us, and we're going to see. I know Dad's not going to know probably any of these. He's going to recognize some songs, but he's going to be like, I don't know what that would be called. And I'm kind of nervous, but let's test my will once again. I love this because, like I said, I always do Brie and Air. I do birthdays. You guys are always the ones in the hot seat, and I love to be the one in the hot seat. So, Ryan, let's get it going here.
Are you ready to get it going?
Let's play our intro. Here's the new intro.
You're still on meth, Cheryl.
All right, guys, time for Tune In.
Do your best, Cheryl.
Foo Fighters, Tune In, Tune Out. All right, what do we got, Ryan?
First up.
Oh, stop.
Oh, wait. Why is it not plugged in?
Because your fucking jack is shit, and you didn't clean out the lint like I told you to. So before you even played it, that was This Is a Call. Him plugging in right there. Stop it. That is This Is a Call, the first track off of the first Foo Fighters album, the self-titled album that he did all the instruments for. Dr. G, when I say he, Dave Grohl. So that is This Is a Call. You know, fun fact.
Well done.
The first track of the I Hate Scranton album is called This Is Just a Letter. Where do you think that
A little
came
Dr.
from?
G influence, maybe?
His first track was This Is a Call, and our first track was This Is Just a Letter. That's where I got that from. Okay.
Ready? Track 2.
I think I... All right, stop it. Wind Up.
Yes, sir.
Wind Up off of the Color and the Shape. Wind Up.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Goddamn.
All right, let's go. Yeah. The Best of You. Best of You, which is a very popular song. So I'm sure a lot of you got that one.
That you
out
covered
there.
at Starshine, Northeast High School.
Nope.
No?
Didn't cover that one. Covered
Best
All My Life.
All My Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I spent all my life at Northeast.
You spent all your life curating this playlist. Go. All right, so that's off the first record. That is actually the first big hit that they did a music video for off the first record. But like I said, he did all the instruments, and then he hired a band, and then they started shooting videos. And Pat Smear was actually in that equation, who's in Foo Fighters now. But yeah, that was Big Me, and it was shot like a Mentos commercial. That was so fun. Yeah, that's Big Me. That's like track 3.
Grohl was on his own then.
That's like track 3 off the first.
Quit playing with your balls.
But yeah, well, they can't see that
so
on
Grohl
camera.
was by himself initially.
The first record, it's all Grohl playing all the instruments.
Next up.
All right, next
so
up.
there was no band.
All right. So we tried to jam this. I was trying to just do this drum intro for Ryan and hoping he would understand what I was getting at. And he would.
The last time we jammed.
When we jammed
when
drunkenly, when you threw up in my bathroom. But yeah, I was trying to drum this intro and get Ryan to understand what song it is. And he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "It's fucking Hey Johnny Park. It's the third track from The Color and the Shape from Foo Fighters, man. You know this song." So yeah, that's Hey Johnny Park. All right, that's a great one.
I love that one.
Out of anything,
I forgot about that
I would say that's my.
I jammed that all the way the ride over here.
I would say that is my second favorite track on There's Nothing Left to Lose. That is track 5. That is Generator. Give me that one more time, just because that's such a. Stop it. So he's using that Peter Frampton. Yeah, like Joe Perry from Aerosmith uses quite a bit. Yeah, Generator's such a great song. My second favorite. That's the third album. That's Nothing Left to Lose. That's track 5. That's Generator. Ryan, go. All right. Well, that's Times Like These.
I had to throw it in for me. I like the slide.
That is Times Like These. That is track 4 off of One by One, their fourth studio album. Third album as a band. Okay. It's off Color and Shape. It's probably track 5 or 6. Enough Space.
Yep. Yes,
off
sir.
Color and the Shape. Sometimes I gotta sit.
Well, there's a Foo Fighters fan right there.
Oh yeah. So this
one drives.
So hold on.
This
so
is my also.
I just got done saying that Generator was my second. Hold on. I just got done saying that Generator was my second favorite track on There's Nothing Left to Lose. This is my first favorite track.
It drives, bro.
Dude, I wanted to name if I ever had a daughter. If I ever had a daughter, I was going to name her Aurora because of for me, because of the Foo Fighters song, but for them, it's because of Aurora, Illinois. So,
all right, now that we're at these next questions, might get a little bit tougher.
So
Ready?
what he's saying is he picks stuff from albums I've never listened to. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, stop it. You got to stop it for copyright purposes. Give me the rope, I'm coming.
Oh,
loose.
baby boy.
I'm
Baby Boy has
from
it.
You.
Good job, my friend. Good job.
That's from Wasted Light or Wasting Light. That's the one where they decided to get off the digital platforms of recording music, and they took it back to the main, and they recorded everything analog on fucking actual tape again.
This
way late in their career.
Looking back at this next song, they're very coincidental because they could be both found in a game of Clue. One you have a rope, the other one you have a...
Well, that's Razor. No, and Razor was not in Clue, but that's Razor. I've covered that song for the last 15 years. Yeah, that's a good one. Good song. Ryan and I love that song. Razor. That was off of... Okay, I already know. Stop. That is Walking After You. And I believe that's on The Color and the Shape, or it might be Nothing Left to Lose, but I feel like that
What's the one with the orbs and the balls?
That's
the
Color and the Shape. Yeah,
okay,
I feel like that's around like track 10 or 12. I think it might be after Everlong, which is 11 on Color and Shape. Okay, stop it. And that's funny because that one's... Sorry, I just give myself the bell for the last one. That was funny because you just cut out stereo, so make sure you're holding your shit in. You just went mono for a second there.
Well, I think that might be there.
The mix on that, but that is Taking You As Low As You Go. That's track 2 off of One by One. Okay. Fuck, I knew this was going to come up today. I fucking knew this one was coming. All right, hold on. This is off of Nothing Left to Lose.
If you don't get this, I'm not hanging out with you for the rest of the night.
It's
could be a good thing for me.
It's off Nothing Left to Lose, and Nothing Left to Lose starts out with Stacked Actors, and then it goes into Burnout or Breakout, and then
I can give you a clue.
No, hold on. Skin.
Oh, you're close.
Flesh,
you're close. It's something that has to do with both those things.
Oh, fuck. I know this one.
Hold on. Winnipeg Jets player just got a lot of... He got 75 of them.
Stitches.
Give me
Stitches now or Give Me Stitches Now or Never is that song. Okay. That was a good one, Ryan. Good one, buddy. Good one. I'm not going to give myself the point on that one. I'm going to give myself the all right.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
All right, let's go. Don't know it. Never heard it.
Keep playing it. I like that.
Nope. You can't keep playing it because it's copyright.
It's Virginia Moon.
Yeah, never heard it.
That's a nice beat melody.
Never heard
what'd
it.
you say that was?
All right, stop. Is that Oh George?
No.
No, it's off the first record.
It is.
It's not a Lone Easy Target. It's not.
It's on the B side of the album.
You see that, ladies and gentlemen? He is impervious. It's something that
it's not Weenie. It's not Weenie Beanie.
Something that you and Dad just built together.
It's not Oh George.
Shed. Building.
Oh yeah, Woodshed. I think is the name of that song.
Almost.
No. Oh no. Don't tell me.
She Shed.
No. Not Watershed.
Yeah.
Is it Watershed?
It's Watershed.
Okay. Yeah, off the first record. Damn. That's a tough one. All right, stop it. This is a blackout. My Poor Head.
Yes, sir.
My Poor Head off of The Color and the Shape, yeah. That might be Ain't It the Life.
That is exactly Ain't It the Life.
And that's off of Nothing
That
Left to
might be
Lose, right?
exactly
With the
right.
tattoo on the back of the neck. That's the third album, Nothing Left to Lose. Yeah, Ain't It the Life, yeah. And Ain't It the Life that I'm getting all these pretty much great. Oh, that's For All the Cows. That's For All the Cows. It's funny how.
It's very swingy.
Oh, it's a great track. Dad would actually. This
Dr.
is probably
G
like the
plays
one.
some really good swingy
George Strait
stuff.
song.
Well, this was on the first album when he did all the instruments himself. But yeah, play just that opening chord again for me. For all the cows. There it is. Yeah.
Keep going a minute.
No, we can't. Copyright.
We'll do it on next break.
They'll literally make me take it out
Oh, it's
before
kind
they'll
of
let
like
me post the video.
it's not blue too blue.
Oh, he'll love the chorus. Anyway, next. Okay. This might be one of my absolute favorite songs on my absolute favorite album for the Foo Fighters. It is track 13 off of The Color and the Shape, literally the last song on the album. And they dip into this very low part where you can't hear anything. And then they slowly come up on the mix and it gets faster and faster. A great way to end his sophomore album where he actually had other musicians play on it for the first time. This is New Way Home.
It is A New Way Home.
All right, what do you got for me?
When she goes,
don't know it. Don't know it. That's awful.
It's from Skin and Bones. Think about it.
Can
you go another round?
Another round? Yeah, I don't know that one. No problem. No problem. What else we got?
When she goes.
Headwires.
Nope.
No. Oh, Ecstatic off the first album.
Nope.
No. All right, don't do.
Oh, it's like we're gonna send him to the mental institution after this.
Hold on. That's off of Nothing Left to Lose.
Oh yeah.
He's got to go through every track. We could be here a while.
That's a weird name. I know the song, but I'm not in. What do we got?
You're not in? That's very close to the track title. Something in blank. It's rhymable. It's like a blank in blank.
Just give it to me.
Living Skin.
Living Skin. Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. That's a tough title because he doesn't say like a lot of the titles. All right, got it. Living Skin. All right, don't rub it in. Everlong. Notice how I played the dinger right at the beginning of that one? That's Everlong. That's like the most popular.
That must be Emily.
All right, what do we got? I know the song. Yeah. Sorry, you gotta stop it, dude. Copyright. Sorry. Didn't mean to knock your beer over. I don't know, but that's from like newer Foo Fighters, so I just don't know the name. No Way Back. Yeah, I just don't know the name of that one.
And then last and
Final.
You said it earlier.
Oh, George?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is, guys. Tune in, tune out.
You're still on meth, Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl.
Guys, this is the Call Us the Breeze. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back with segment 4. Don't go anywhere. Dad, what do you say?
See you shortly and right after this commercial message from our sponsor.
Dave's very happy.
Which is Bud Light.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bye.
Blow the lid off the joint. Yeah.
Get drunk. Yeah. Now we're talking. All right.
You're still on meth, Cheryl.
Shut up.
Guys, welcome back to the final segment of episode 91 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra live here in the Tiger Cage.
Welcome back.
God, I am so ready to get to Bar Mastiff and watch that damn Lightning game.
Boxing match.
Series 1, Game 2. Yeah, I'll tell you what, like I said, 2 games, second to last game of regular season, they beat the shit out of each other. They had like 6 fucking fights. Obviously, first game of the playoffs, they kept their temperament a little bit. I mean, there was some elbows thrown, no pun intended, and a lot of stuff. This game, I'm excited to watch because here's the deal. You get embarrassed that hard on home ice, first game, 7-3. These guys are...
Well, if you want blood!
The nice thing is...
They are going to be... They're not sleeping.
The nice thing is when we come back to home ice, game 3 and 4, they tone it back even more because they don't want to lose guys for 5-minute majors.
It's such a balance because it's like we got to play our hearts out.
You want to
the deeper you get, the less penalties you take.
You want to have passion though, so it's like
you want to have passion.
You're trying to thread the line.
But this is like, I mean, this is game. If we win out, which. If we went out, that's NHL history. But if we went out, essentially, we're talking about 16 games total, and we already played one. You're talking about 15 more games to win out. Now, it's not going to happen that way. You don't win 4-4-4-4. You don't sweep the entire cup. No. But you have at least 16 games to win this cup. You have to protect your players. You have to do things, and you got to be kind of pussy on the heels a little bit.
Well, yep, and you don't want to take penalties and hurt your team offensively if you're an offensive guy.
Of course not. Yeah.
Or a headman or somebody. I mean, you don't want to be off the ice.
And then you don't want your penalty kill guys, your top special teams to get in the box because then there's no one out. Yeah, exactly. It's science.
It does tone down. Game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, the penalties start going.
Everyone starts getting a little tired.
Tired one thing, but
reserved.
Well, they don't want to be in the box, you know.
Yeah. Before the playoffs, though, we were the last team. I want to see what those updated stats look like.
We were
the last. We were favored last to win the whole cup. Okay, Tony sent me a text message like
going to go up
a week ago.
Did he really? Tony sent it to
and now I think we're like probably
our cousin Tony Stark.
Yeah,
he might as well be.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, sure.
Oh, you guys thought we meant us.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
Yeah, so we're excited. Ryan and I are going to go to Bar Mastiff, and hopefully, if they don't have the game on, I mean, I still have it on the TV, and I've got plenty of beer in the fridge. So
if not, we'll go down to the galley and we'll try to link our TVs with phones.
I'm done. You know, I went downtown today for a haircut. First time I've been downtown since I bought the house. And, you know, I used to live right in the heart of downtown.
What's it like?
And it was just, like, annoying to drive there because you're not getting home. You know what I mean? Like, when you're getting home, like, you deal with everything. You black out. You block everything out. You're just focused. Your laser beam focused on getting home. When you're not actually going home and you're going downtown, it's just like, fuck this, dude. And yeah, it was a big fuck. And like I said, my AC was out all day, so another big fuck this. And then you got this guy riding across the pedestrian walk without pushing the light first, and you almost hit him, and it's just
it's mayhem sometimes.
I almost drove past the old building though, just to see who might be parked in that spot, that old number 4, just to see who's taking over the legacy.
Is there a new car there?
I didn't drive past it.
We drive back. We every not every time, but every other time we're up in Ohio, we go by Arbor Avenue.
Arbor Avenue.
We go look, see what they do to that front porch, what they do to the backyard. We go through the alley. You know, you're always curious.
I waited on someone from Dayton, Ohio, the other day, and I talked about the Belmont Bakery closing, and they're like,
really?
"Yeah, they just closed." I was like, "I know." I was like, "There's no more Kuchen bread," and they're like, "We know." And
no
I was
more
like, "So
Kuchen
what
bread.
are we doing right now?
We know
in St. Pete. Why are we not going up there?"
Yeah, let's go rescue. Let's go rescue that bakery.
What's the?
We get I get a lot of people from Dayton.
What's the market?
We do actually with
valuation for Kuchen bread in St. Pete.
Well, with the giant,
much a year
honestly,
can you sell?
If we opened with the influx of people from the Midwest and just from anywhere in the country,
Ohio,
anywhere in the country that's tired of fucking
Penn Station
right wing control or left wing control, fucking
dude. If
everyone's moving down to Florida, and
if we put a Penn Station
subs,
it would be unbelievable.
Marion's Pizza.
We'll do the Kuchen bread in the mornings at 11 o'clock's cutoff time because we're doing square cup pizza for the rest of the day.
Well, no, we got to do someone's got to be on pretzel
duty.
Dave
Portnoy,
pretzel. Okay, we'll have
someone's got to be on pretzel duty.
Pretzel, sure. Right.
Yeah,
that's it.
Snails.
Kuchen bread, pretzels,
Smells pretzels,
and Esther Price chocolate.
No,
I'm just saying, there's so much people coming down from Ohio that know of Dayton or are from Dayton, and they're like, "Oh, I definitely fucking." Literally, when I posted on the Facebook, go to Facebook and
we opened a big boy down here.
Go to Facebook and they call us the Breeze, and if you go on there, you'll see a guy from Barstool Sports judging Marion's Pizza. I posted that, and a friend of mine from high school was like, what do you know about Marion's Pizza? I was like, dude, are you from? And he's like, well, no, but since then I lived in Cincinnati and I would go to Dayton's Pizza all then. So like a guy we used to go to high school with, he's lived in Ohio for, maybe 5 out of the last 8 years, and he has discovered Marion's since he's been up there. And he's like, what do you know about Marion's? I'm like, motherfucker.
What do you know about
What
Marion's,
do you know about
bro?
Marion's, newbie?
What do you know about
I got one in my freezer. You want to see?
Games,
Yeah.
bro?
Oh, no, I posted that. I said, yeah, this is a family staple. We usually fly home with pizzas frozen from this place.
You get pictures of Diet Coke, pictures of Coke. And
well, I said, let's not forget
Dew.
about the Mike Sells chips on tap, which they closed.
Get
that
some
brand.
barbecue.
I don't really care about them anymore.
Onion, get some eggs.
Well, they got too thick. And
Well,
they
they're-
weren't the same.
No, they're great when they're thicker, but they are closed now, or they are soon to be closed. So rest in peace, Mike Sells.
For real?
No, yeah,
First
Mike-
Belmont Bakery, now Mike Sells?
No, Mike Sells is done.
Someone needs to
dude.
come in
Mike
there.
Sells is stopping.
Well,
Save
I
this
didn't like
city.
them last time I was up there. I
That's
like
potato
Lay's
chips,
better.
by the way, out there for all of you who don't
Yes,
know. It's our potato chip
chips.
brand of the Midwest, and definitely of all the Marion's Pizza locations in Dayton, Ohio. So, speaking of, just running around pizza parlors and having a good time, had a nice second date, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's dangerous,
Oh, yeah,
right? That's
Sunday.
dangerous. That's
Sunday.
dangerous. Sunday. So, I've been on plenty of first dates, right? You go on plenty of first dates when you're on the dating apps and stuff, and it might not work out. Maybe you text a little bit after the first date, but if you don't do the second date, I mean, it really doesn't count. Had plenty of
Was
first.
this Seinfeld? Are we talking like Seinfeld?
Are you going to go on a third date? Because what's Howard's wife's name? She goes, you know what happens on the third date?
I don't want to talk about what happens.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the third
What
date.
happens on the third date?
Well,
Howard's wife said,
according to gentlemen and according to OGs,
And men's
the
fitness.
third date is and men's fitness. The third date is where you have sex. Okay.
Sure.
what's her name?
Sess.
Howard's wife?
Who cares about Howard's
the little
wife?
blonde
Get
one.
off
Who
of the
knows?
Big Bang
Yeah,
Theory,
God,
man.
Dad, it's always on the fucking Big Bang Theory. It's like it's a
absolutely
Bible to him.
incredible how this dude is just so fixated
He
on
believes
the
in
Big
the
Bang
church of the Big Bang Theory. Like he has no other reference for anything.
Like, get off it, man.
But anyway, so I had a nice second date. Hits and misses. Okay.
Did you Big Bang?
There were hits and misses on the second date. All the hits were
Where they
her.
needed to be?
All the hits were her. All the misses were everything else around us. Okay, so she
Divulge.
5-star on the date. Okay, great second date. We hung out for 11 hours.
That's huge.
Dude,
when you told me that
on a
you
second
got
date?
done at like 2 a.m. and then you're like, yeah,
We started at 3 p.m. We got done at 2 a.m. And we didn't even do any fucking
like stuff. Yeah,
we
that
didn't do
exactly
any,
that.
Yeah. we
we
talked about that story. By the way, we did have that conversation. She goes, I'm kind of
don't get what
but I was just like, we'll wait on that because I actually kind of like you, and we can third date, fourth date that. Let's just hang out today. So 11-hour day. I mean, when you can hang out with me for 11 hours,
right? I work a shift with you for 5. I'm ready
and
to
I'm
kill
drinking
you.
the entire time, basically. And I'm chain smoking cigs, and to be fair, you're hitting your vape and doing your thing, and you're drinking along with me and trying to keep up. But 11 hours with me?
Me and Mom, we stayed out on her mom's front porch for. We went out somewhere with Rick
Like
and Patty.
Eric and Donna?
Yeah, but Dad.
Well, we
there
just
was a
sat
lot less
on the front
to do.
porch the whole night,
Yeah.
till 5 a.m.
That's awesome.
But there was a lot less to do back in the 70s.
That's true. Yeah, you didn't have Game
it was
Boy
probably
yet.
So 11
Oh, yeah,
hours.
right,
Today's time is like kind of 5 out.
That's like 5 days.
5 days.
5
of
days,
you on
yeah.
the porch.
It ain't dog years.
Well,
So we start out at the bar, which is close to the movie theater, and we decide, okay, we're going to have some drinks because we're going to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I want to be a little lubricated for that because this is going to be awesome. This is something I've been looking forward to, and I tried to test the waters with her. I'm 37, she's 40. I go, any interest in seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie? She goes,
She's
fuck
Robin.
yeah. She's like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. And I'm like, okay, perfect. Because if she would have said, I don't really watch Mario or I'm not really into video games. But no, she replied with, oh, I'm definitely taking a few of my friends to go to Mario World at Universal in a month. So yeah, let's go see that movie. I'm like, sweet. So the movie was supposed to be, I thought it was 6:20. And that was actually the time for the 3D one. Now, I have bad eyes. She wears glasses. We're not going to go into a 3D movie theater and try to watch a 3D movie.
You guys would be great.
So we got pushed
team
back
for an eye exam.
We get pushed back in another hour to 7 o'clock to watch the movie. So we have a beer or two at the movie theater. We're waiting. We're hanging around the mall. The bar that we start at is kind of close to the mall. We go to the mall movie theater, have a couple beers, do that thing. We go in. About 30 minutes in, I go, I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back. You want any popcorn? She goes, fuck yeah, let's get some popcorn. run. I grab some popcorn. We're both mowing on the popcorn as if like, we've been hanging out for years. There was no like shyness in the popcorn. We're both stuffing it into our faces.
You told me you never asked her. You brought it as a surprise.
It's falling all over. No. I asked her and she goes, oh yeah, definitely. I'll eat some popcorn. It's falling all over us. It's like we don't even care like what we look like. We're just having a good time. We're watching the movie. Now the movie, I will say,
guys down at the bottom of the stairs.
Very good movie.
Like, I gotta clean this
I
up.
liked the movie a lot, but I need to see that thing again on a 40 or 45 inch screen.
Someone's getting old.
Because these fucking screens they have nowadays, man, I mean, we saw Maverick recently, right? Mm-hmm. These screens are so damn big. Now, Maverick's one thing. They got a steady shot of the plane. They got a steady shot of Tom Cruise's face.
But you put us in the front row.
Well, that was not my fault.
We did not. Well,
that was not our fault. But anyway, the Mario movie, we picked the middle of the theater. Okay? Best seats in the house. There is so much Mario Kart racing and all sorts of shit going on. There's little animated characters, so it's not like they have to wait for actors to move across the screen. They're whipping these little guys across left
kind of like
and right and left and right.
Monsters Incorporated with the.
I'm watching the right screen and nothing's happening on the right screen the next second. Everything's over on the left side of the screen. So you're playing tennis and watching this huge. And I said, I can't. I enjoyed the movie. I can't tell you a whole lot what went on because I was too busy playing tennis. I was watching tennis the whole movie.
And it was called what?
The Super Mario Brothers movie, the new Mario. Yeah. So that was a fun one.
You felt like you had like vertigo?
A little bit.
Yeah.
So we get done with the movie, and because it was 7:00 instead of 6:20 like I originally planned, now we're pushed back 40 minutes on going and finding dinner after the movie, right? We're reduced to some of our choices are starting to close down because it's 9:00. But that's fine. We're sifting through, and I go, I've never tried Whiskey Wings. Let's go to Whiskey Wings. There's a Whiskey Wings right by the mall, right across the street.
We went there,
and so we go to Whiskey Wings. It's about 9:00. They close at midnight. No harm, no foul. I'm not going to feel like a dick for rolling in there late. If they close at midnight, I'm rolling in at 9.
Yeah, that's 3 hours.
We perfect. Roll in, and there's 2 other people in the whole place, and that's a big place. I mean, not a huge place, but it's big enough.
Whiskey Wings?
Whiskey Wings, yeah.
I mean, you have 40 spots
like
at the bar.
2 people aside from us when we walk in.
At the bar?
I said, okay, I said, pretty slow, huh? And she goes, yeah, pretty slow. It's 9:00 on a Sunday.
And what night? Oh, Sunday.
Given, it's a given. But either way, it should be more than 2 people in there.
Well, it wasn't football season.
That's true. So we go in and she goes, I'll get some buffalo chicken dip. Like, all right, I'm going to get some Southwest chicken egg rolls. I love me some Southwest chicken egg rolls. Little black beans, little corn, little egg rolls you dip in ranch or avocado ranch. Chili's has the best, but,
true.
But they have the little, so we ordered this. They didn't even fry the fucking egg rolls. They're microwaved. They're soggy. The wraps are soggy. Everything's falling out of it. It tastes like fucking mush. It's microwaved. It's clearly microwaved. Not even dropped in a fryer. Her buffalo chicken dip, you can see the ring around the crock pot that they serve it in where it was clearly scraped and fucking microwaved. And I try a little bit of it. The chips are stale. And I'm like, no. And we were going to have like wings or something else like entree, like we were going to have dinner. And I go,
that's good to know.
I go, yeah, this is bullshit. She goes, yeah, this is total fucking. Now she's Italian from New Jersey, so when something's bullshit, she's not gonna. She's like, yeah, this is shit. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking okay. And we didn't bother the waitress or the bartender with it. We were just like, oh, we're just gonna pay out. We left half of both of the appetizers on the plate, paid out. She didn't ask us what was wrong, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I would have been like, oh, you didn't eat half of your food. Is everything okay? And they would have been like, no, it's fucking microwaved.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like,
yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But didn't go through all that. Gave the girl a nice tip, and then we carried on our wayward son. And then we're like, okay, well, what do we do after? Should we get more food? And she goes, let's just go back to the fucking bar. So I go, okay.
I like woman after my own. I like you.
Woman after my own heart.
Like you.
Woman after my own heart. She's like, let's just go back to the bar where
by your house.
No, where my car was already parked. Abbey Road. So where we met originally.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm going to go back to the bar.
Where we met before the movie. We obviously took one car to the movie because it's just next to Tyrone Mall. Took one car to the movie and to Whiskey Wings.
Is that place still doing all right over there?
So
here's the construction.
Thing. So when she meets me at 3 p.m., it's blackout dark. And there's just a bunch of old guys, and we're all watching the Rays game with the sound on. No, I'm not really watching
Abbey
the Rays.
Roads.
At Abbey Roads.
In the corner.
Yes. And they're all watching the Rays game, and the sound's up and everything, and it's dark as shit in there, and she meets me in there. When we go back after Whiskey Wings, Dreads everywhere. Nails everywhere. Fucking yeah. And it was like, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I got next game.
No, are you
quarters
kidding
on
me?
that table.
I don't want anything to do with that fucking table. Yeah, just so much going on. And I'm like, we can't even have a conversation in here right now. This is a fucking rap concert right now. And there's dreads everywhere. People shouting at each other while they're playing pool. People shouting at each other while they're throwing darts.
You got stuck with a dart. You stuck someone with a stick.
Just violent and like just
a little too crazy.
Just too lit. Too turned up.
Yeah, sure.
As I would say. Too turned up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're
silent library.
We each have a beer and a shot, and then we're on our second beer, and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
There's so much anxiety right now.
So much anxiety. So we go hop in the car. She's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know at this point. Like I
go back in and change all the songs
at this
for the
point.
Next
at this
jukebox.
point, it's fucking midnight, and we've been hanging out since 3, and I basically planned the entire day. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, my brain's fried. I don't have any more suggestions. She goes, let's just do a drive about. I'm like, that's exactly what me and Dave Wachowski used to do, and just drive around. Just get high and just fucking.
You guys went back to middle school.
Drive about.
High school. So we hop in her fucking car. She's 40. I'm 37. We're like a couple of kids just driving around and smoking a little bit.
How many cars did you knock off?
And then we end up.
The worst thing that can happen is if we don't drive about so well. We'll have a place to sleep tonight.
Yeah, we'll at least have a cold, hard place to sleep tonight. But yeah, so we end up at Gulfport. We're watching the water, and actually a cop did come up. Funny enough, we were on a bench, watching the water at Gulfport, kind of around the O'Maddy's area. We end up there because it's close enough to the mall.
It started to smell like bacon.
A cop walks up. We literally aren't doing anything. We're not smoking. We're not drinking. We're just literally talking. We're looking at the water. It's maybe 1 a.m. And the cop comes up behind us, like, hey, kids, park closed at midnight. And we're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I apologize. I have no clue that happens. And he's like, you know what? You guys aren't bothering anybody. You guys can stick around if you want. And we're a little older, so we're like, well, no, now that you mention it, it is 1 a.m. It's time to get on home there. And we're gone. And we get in the car, and she drives me back to my car, and then we say goodbye. Leaving. No, but seriously, like at that point, we'd realized, oh my God, it's 1 a.m. Time to fucking call it a day. So it was nice. It was nice.
That was decent of the cop.
It was a nice date, and good 11 hours for a second date. And that's the update on my life.
So do you think you're going to go for a third?
I think I'm going to go for a third. And
now you know what happens in Seinfeld.
Better start doing my push-ups.
After seven dates, you got to break up with them face to face if you need to.
Oh, okay. So if I go past the second, so I can text her now and be like, "Hey, not really interested, not really working out." But 6th date is where I have to.
That's where you draw the line.
Well, I don't know that it's going to come to that, but that's good to know.
I was just watching that episode yesterday.
So I have a lot to consider before the third date. Okay, all right.
I mean, just watch any Seinfeld episode.
So what about
when it comes about dating?
Bernadette? And her statement on the third date.
And he remembers the name, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we're here.
With that being said, guys, we're gonna get the hell out of here, guys. Thank you so much for listening to episode 91 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. We love you so much. Go to YouTube, Tiger Cage Media. Subscribe to the page. We have new videos up. Me and Dad's fast time-lapse shed build. My new cooking kitchen corner video up. Ugly Dip. Fuck Toronto. Yes, let's go. Just get on there, guys. We love you guys so much. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.